back at it. Nuestra Familia, Nuestra Raza, and Norteño pictures, man. We're going to start it off with the big homie, Fig, man. That's the homeboy Fig right there in the left. The right picture, man, that's Fig and Bobble before Bobble's death. Now, Fig, man, was a very instrumental NF member, a high-ranking lieutenant within the organization. He's also the writer of that book, The Last General Standing, where he discusses everything that happened with Bobble, Black Bob, Gonel from Gilas, and all the conflict that was occurring within the organization at that time. This carnal was a solid carnal. So now, next we have John Blanco. Now, anybody who's been in the system, man, or is from San Jose knows about this individual. He was one of the main sources for PCP back in the days in San Jose. His status is legendary. Now, he never had status within the organization, but he had a lot of pull. So the next person we got coming up, man, is once again, look at that's the big homie Fig to the left. On the right-hand side, that's Fig and one of his ex-bodyguards when he was an NF lieutenant, Chongo from San Jose. Now here we have Mike Sosa, also known as Manos from Santa Bruta. As we already know, man, he passed away a couple years ago. He ended up committing suicide, man, but for a long time, man, Manos was a very solid carnal. This was Bobble's younger brother. Now, this picture right here, this is back in DVI. That's a regiment. You got Fig, you got Hobo, you got Perico, you got a lot of carnales right here in this picture, man. This is back in the 70s when the NF was at its strongest point as far as manpower. Now, in the next picture, man, you got the OG right here. On the right-hand side, you got the homie Hobo. Hobo de San Fran, Glenn Holden. As you're going to see in the next picture, man, you're going to see myself in it, as well as Hobo. This is how Hobo looks today, man. He still got his swag. He's still pushing, man. The old timer is enjoying his freedom out there in the streets, man, and he's doing a lot for the community. Saludos, Hobo. Now, the next person is Salvador Gangster Castro. We know he was indicted a couple years ago, but he just got indicted again on Operation Quiet Storm. So we'll see what's going to happen next with this individual, as there's a lot of rumors speculating. Now, here we go. We have David Sunshine Lugo from Sanjo. At one time, a lieutenant within the organization. Anybody from Sanjo would recognize this individual as he's been around the system for a long time. Now, this is Isidro Chilo Moreno from Sanjo, an NF member who got deported. This is a picture of him over there in Mexico just doing his thing. This was one of my sponsors at one time back in the 90s. Chilo was a really cool carnal. Now, in the next picture, man, we got Curtis Fisher Rojo coming up. Oh, oops, that's not Rojo. I thought it was. Oh, there goes Rojo. Yeah, it's a young Rojo right there. NF member that was pulled in around 94, 95, man. Was doing big things out there in Coco County. Now, next picture, we got Robert Hanrahan, Bubba from Salinas. A lot of people know Bubba's pretty much been pushing a hard line for a minute from Casitas, man. He was my channel on the streets at one time, as well as he was the RSD position, which he relinquished to me at one time in San Quentin upon him departing to Corcoran. He's currently going through a lot of things as far as they're trying to lock these guys down up in the shoe. Now, here you have it. You have the homeboy Chewy from Bakersfield on the left and Wino from Sanjo on the right. Wino was a carnal for years. He was an undercover C. Here's some more pictures of Wino and a lot of individuals in San Quentin. Once again, here goes the carnal Wino. And I believe to the left, that's the homeboy Oso from Sanjo. Now, in this picture, you got Skip, Wino, their ladies, their children, and all that just posted up. Now, in this picture, man, you got a whole bunch of carnales and bros back in the early 90s, man. Once again, the homeboy Wino and a few others are in these pictures. This is back in San Quentin, too, in the 90s. Look at all these individuals. This is when the NR was in its pretty much heyday, when they were pushing that line for a minute. Now, in this next picture, you got the old-timer Dave Batista from Bakersfield, man. Now, this individual was with Chilo when they tried to hit Chilo back in the 70s, when DC and all these cats got shot. He ended up actually getting shot in the face. He was a dropout at that time, but for a long time, he was an NF member from 1970 to like 1975. Now, there you have someone from San Jose we all know, Robert Rabbit Rios on the left, as well as that's DVI right there with a bunch of carnales. Now, we got more pictures of Robert, man. Now, Robert was found dead 2 years ago in a creek, man. He has a lot to do with why I'm doing YouTube today, because I ended up filling the position that he was supposed to do when he went MIA. Now, there goes DK from San Rafael on the left and his brother, Javier Zubiate, Flaco from Santa Rosa. Blanco was a long-time carnal, like probably about almost 20 years And he actually at one time was a Cat 3 NF member. He was also recruited into the organization, and his sponsor was actually Curtis Fisher, Rojo. Now, Flacco these days is in Mill Creek doing his thing, man, and he's turned his life over to the Lord, and I hope and wish him the best, man, in his continued push. DK, on the other hand, is doing really good for himself, man. A real positive brother, man. I hope he continues in his push. Now, the next individual is Steve Prado, Wolfie, one of Folsom's 6. When they had the switch over, he was of leadership position. Now, the next picture, man, goes for a long time Carnal that I knew way back in the days that was instrumental in my career. Carlitos Raza from Soho. Real solid, man. He's what you consider a Carnal to the fullest. Yeah, in this picture, you can already recognize big old Skip, man. This must have been in the 90s when he took that case back around 91 or 92, I think it was, man. Skip's legendary, man. Today, he's a current NF general, but look at the young Skip, man, pushing that hard line. He's always pushed the hard line, man. He's one of the forefathers of the Norteño movement as well, man, and I hope he continues to push that agenda and what he does. Now, here you have Sean Cameron, Bubbles, man, from Hanford, pushing the line, and then you also have another brother right there as well. Now, look at this dude, man. Who's that guy? Oh, my God, that's the fucking Flacco from Meatbox right there, man. This is back in the days, man. This is when I was still active. That's a party right there. As you see the homeboy also in the back and the homeboy little man as well. There goes another picture of me. You know what I mean? Now, there goes the skinny Flacco. Everybody says I look gordo, but look how skinny that vato was. Now, right here, man, that's Eddie Barra, man, the one that started the New Flowers, man. So he's pretty much legendary as far as his name. He's never been no punk. He's still out there pushing the hard line, man. Why did I put him? Because a lot of people don't know what this individual looks like. There he is, the legendary one, Eddie Ibarra. Now, in this next picture, man, look what we got here. We got Tarzan, man. I had to put Tarzan on there because it's a good photo, man. Look how much respect he's given from the homeboys. He has that red paño in his hand. The man was down for fucking years in the feds, man. And this next picture, man, once again, Flacco, Javier Zubiate de Santa Rosa. Now, check out this picture. On the very far right, that is a young Antonio Guillen Chuco from Sajo, from Vadio, Littletown, man. He's looking young these days, man, but that's a good picture of him from back then. Now, these are numerous familianos, man. As you can tell, man, that's Rios right there. He was originally from down south, I believe. The next individual, man, I want to say this was, I want to say Nadera, but I'm not sure. And this next picture is one Peter Cordova, okay? Man, these are all longtime members that have been in the mix for a long time, man. Man, here goes another OG picture of look at the Carnal Fig on the right, another Carnal named Chimo on the left. And here we got Chongo from Sanjo coming up, man, from out there in Horseshoe, West Side Sanjo, man, doing his thing, man. Got a few pictures of Chongo. Chongo from Sanjo, man, as you guys already know, man, he has a crazy story about what happened to him out there in the streets. Was an NF member, man, undercover for years, man. Real good dude who's changed his life, man. One time, though, he was deeply in the mix out there, man. Was definitely about that biz, man. As you can tell from the stories, he was no joke, man. Much love to the homie Chongo, man. And in this next picture, we got a young picture of a young Antonio Guillen, Chuco de Sanjo, who, as you guys already know, was from a hood called Vadio, Littletown, man. Yeah, Chuco, man, is going through some current endeavors in Operation Quiet Storm, as everybody knows, but we're not going to touch bases upon that. So the next person we got, man, is none other than someone who got caught up in the San Jose indictments back in the 90s, Eddie Pajaro Vargas, also known as Flacco de Sanjo. Man, he's basically doing a life sentence, man. He's currently on the SNY side. A lot of issues were going on back then, but at one time he was very instrumental, very influential out there on the Galles. As far as when the San Jose was going through that terror streak, when they were just fucking whacking everybody out there, man. Anybody out there remember San Jose in the early 90s, man? They was straight killing shit out there, man. All day. Here goes a picture courtesy of Fig back in 1970s at DVI, man. A lot of old school familianos in this picture, as you can tell, man. This was back then when Tracy was well established and the NF was a well-oiled machine. One of the most treacherous organizations during this time era. That's without a doubt a fact. Well, here goes another individual I have a long, extensive history with, man. We go all the way back to the Boys Ranch, acting fools. This is Steve Gutierrez, also known as Black Steve or Prieto, from the north side, from 12th Street, man, who was very instrumental in taking care of a lot of business for Operation Black Widow figures that were indicted. He used to go up there and visit. He passed away a few years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a well-liked individual, though, man. He'd give you the shirt off his back, man. And much love and rest in peace to the homie right there, man, without a doubt. So in this picture, man, you can see the horseshoe, and then you can see the initials NF. This is Sammy Luna, a.k.a. Dragon. He is currently indicted on Operation Quiet Storm. There's a lot of information that I'm not going to speak upon regarding this individual. I have nothing good or bad to say about him, man. All I do know is he's been down for about, I think, 30-something years now, man. He went away at a young age, man, and, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys in these pictures, man, have been down for a long time, doing life sentences. Some have died. Some are free now, you know. Wish all the best. This is your boy Flacco. I'm out.